What's up, everybody? Ryan over at 816 Diesel, working on a 6.7 Powerstroke today with some Motorcraft filters. There's not any real good videos on how to do these, so decided to make one. Here's where we're at. So my truck's on the lift, obviously, but I'm going to show you what you do. We're going to start here. So this is the tank filter. Right here is the water separator. So we're going to get a bucket under it, get it drained. It's got a check valve in it, so you'll know when it's drained. It'll literally stop draining. So we'll start here, and then I'll show you guys what to do from there. Okay, so as you can see, that's draining into this bucket. Motorcycle stand, great trick. So we're going to go ahead and let that drain. Pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory on how to open it up, just like everything else. Yeah, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Once that's drained, we'll disconnect this sensor here. Be careful not to damage anything. This one doesn't have the lock pin in it, but that's okay. I usually go from the back with a little pick and just slide this off gingerly, make sure it comes off nice. And then the next thing we'll do is, you can see there's 5 8mm, these on my phone, screws. We want to take those out once the sensor's out. So we'll drain this, disconnect this sensor. This just turns and pops out. You want to make sure it's fully drained before you do that. And then take out the 8mm, and then this whole assembly will just come down nice and easy. So, and you can even see here, they have directional arrows on how to turn it, how to lock it. So go ahead and get this drained, and I'll show you what to do next. Okay, so as you can see, she's done. Tighten that back up, nice and slow. Now we'll get a pick and we'll pop this loose. Okay, so now as you can see, I'll literally just turn that. And be gentle with it when you're wiggling it out. You're gonna get a little bit of spillage, not much, but that gets that out of the way. Check your condition. Make sure you don't have any corrosion or anything like that on it. Set that up out of the way. And now we'll take off these 8mm. Okay, so just a little heads up, when you are taking those out, make sure that you have a hand on it, because they do like to slip. So I'm going to set this down for a second just so I can clear this little piece and get this out. Okay, so as you can see, here's our old one. Not terrible, not great. I mean, it's decent shape. We just always change them out regardless. This is going to slide over like that. A little more. Just kind of comes right out. Make sure you get all that stuff drained, keep it in a clean environment. Then you'll change out the gasket, which I'll show you next. Okay, so the next part is you want to get a little pick, whatever you want to use, and get that gasket going. Go ahead and remove it. It comes with a new one. Just chuck that. Open up your package. We're going to put the new gasket on, make sure everything's nice and clean, and then we'll put the new filter in. And just a little tidbit, when you're putting the new gasket in, make sure you just kind of push it in as you go. Don't just force it around with your finger. Push it all in, and then just double check, make sure it's seated right. Otherwise you can create a gap, and that will not be fun for anyone. So just double check it. Clean this up and put the filter in. Okay, so it's literally the operation is in reverse. You're just going to take it, slide it over, you'll hear it click, and then that filter's in. Let's go ahead and put it back in. And a little food for thought, this thing likes to move, so make sure that you have both hands, don't get any dirt or debris on the filter as it goes in. And then I like to start the screws by hand just to make sure they're threading in, because it is plastic. Pretty hard to cross thread, but if you do, it's again not a good time. So tighten those up, go to spec, and then we're gonna put our sensor back in. Check your O-rings, make sure they're good, and then plug it back in, and we'll go to the front. Now here's another trick, just so you're not sitting there cranking forever. Put the key in, prime the filter, You can hear the pump running. Go ahead and get it primed up, get all that assembly filled back up. I usually do it about 3 times, and then I'll start the truck. That way there's fuel up to the primary or the secondary filter at the engine. So you just want to really make sure that you get fuel up there. Otherwise you're going to just be sitting there trying to get it cranked forever. It's kind of annoying. I mean, not forever, but it's a while. So make sure you get that done. And after that, we'll go to the engine bay. Okay, so here's the top side filter. You got a couple things here that you want to look at. You got 3 connections. These are going to push down. I'm going to make sure that tab is down. Very slow with it. You'll kind of hear it clicking as you go. That'll pull out. This is the last one we're going to do. Now this one, I'm trying to show you guys this with one hand, so give me a second. Sorry. So this one, you're going to see, you can see how this pops down. So just push this tab down. Be slow about it. Take your time. Sorry, again, it's kind of one of those one-handed deals, but anyhow, you can see how it works. Give me a second. I have to use 2 hands to get this off. All right, sorry. So you can see how it locks. This has to be up, and then when you push it down, it locks. So you want that up. Take your time. Use both hands. Just go very gently and slow. Get that out of the way. You kind of want to just keep everything out of the way a little bit. And then these are a little trickier. They're going to spread out, so I don't know if you can see that, but these kind of spread out like this. You want to take your time. You want to be really careful here. Make sure everything's kind of clean around the area. I usually get a little flathead and then just kind of help these. It's a 2-hand job. You're going to back that off, and then this will turn and then pop straight up, and then you'll put the new one in. So hold on. Now, as you can see, I got that out. Pretty simple. You're gonna have diesel, so it's gonna spill a little. It's not bad, but go ahead and get that out of the way. Drain that thing out. You're gonna come back and get your new one. Now they have an update for this. I'll show you what that is here at the end. But for right now, again, kind of just make sure you stay clear of this line. And you can kind of see now, you have a better handle on it. It's these 2 tabs, just kind of push back and up at the same time, and that'll clear it. Okay. Well, anyhow, so I'm going to use 2 hands, get this in, and then we'll hook our lines up. Do not pull this cap yet. Okay, and just for clarity's sake, on the back of this filter, there's a tab. You'll have 2 kind of grooves. One's like a lock groove, and then one's a put it in and slide. When you turn it, you know, it should sit flush, so that's really what you want to aim for. Now we're going to put on these 2 outside lines, and then we'll put this line on last. Okay, so as you can see, this is pushed back, this is locked down, this is put back in. I do this one last, so do these 2, make sure everything's clear. You do not want to get any dirt in this line. And then just kind of wipe everything up. I'll also show you the update. I got in a new kit. Woo! From Ford. So, where did I put that thing? Give me a second, I gotta find it. Okay, so for the outside line, you can see this here. They have a new coupler. I don't know if they had issues with it. It's called a clamshell. So effectively, what you're gonna do is put this on. It'll come in a kit, kind of give you an explanation. So I'm going to go ahead and install the new update. I think it's sitting right over here. Yeah, these clamshell halves. So just go ahead and follow the instructions. They're pretty self-explanatory. And it's going to go on this outer line right here. So go ahead and get that installed. I'm going to read the instructions, follow them, and show you how it goes. Okay, so pretty self-explanatory. You're going to put these clamshell halves on. They literally go right here. I don't know if they had some kind of issue with it, but you're going to go ahead and put those on. And then that's how they sit. So you still leave the lock tab. Basically these, I don't know if they had an issue with the line or what the deal is, but it's from Ford, so I'm going to go ahead and install it. And then take a feeler gauge, check, and make sure you're here between 0.75 and 1.2 millimeters. There's no gap along the seam, and the clamshell tabs aren't broken. So went ahead and did that. But now you got fuel, everything should be good. You got your new filters in, so truck should be ready to rock. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video.